She thought it was just another TikTok clip. One quick video. A little attitude. A famous judge in the background. After all, her father was a police captain. What could possibly go wrong? But what happened next inside that courtroom didn't just embarrass her, it destroyed her confidence in front of everyone. The courtroom was unusually quiet that morning. Not the calm kind of quiet, but the tense kind, where even the sound of a chair moving felt too loud. Wooden benches lined the room, worn smooth by years of anxious defendants and patient observers. Judge Frank Caprio sat on the bench, glasses low on his nose, calmly reviewing files. He had seen arrogance, fear, entitlement, and regret all pass through this room. But even he didn't yet know that this ordinary court session was about to turn into a powerful lesson no one would forget. She walked in with confidence that didn't belong in a courtroom. Her posture was relaxed, almost bored. There was no nervous glance, no hesitation. Instead, there was a phone in her hand, already unlocked. She smiled at her screen, adjusted her hair, and subtly angled the camera. To her, this wasn't a place of judgment. It was a stage. She sat down, crossed her legs, and opened TikTok. The red, record, button glowed beneath her thumb. She checked her reflection and smirked. A quiet laugh escaped her lips as she whispered to a friend beside her. People around them noticed, but no one spoke. They didn't realize they were already being filmed. For her, this was content. For everyone else, this was court. What made her so fearless, what she believed made her untouchable, was one simple truth she carried like armor. Her father was a police captain, and she believed that badge protected her everywhere. When her case was called, she didn't stand right away. She finished her sentence into the phone, rolled her eyes, and finally stood, still recording. A few heads turned. The bailiff noticed. Someone nearby cleared their throat loudly, hoping she'd stop. She didn't. She walked forward confidently, phone raised, capturing Judge Caprio in full view. That's when the atmosphere changed. Judge Caprio looked up. He didn't shout. He didn't slam the gavel. He simply stared at the phone in her hand, long enough for the entire courtroom to feel it. The room went silent. Her smile stayed frozen, but something shifted behind her eyes. For the first time, doubt crept in. "Miss," Judge Caprio said calmly, his voice steady and controlled. "What are you doing?" She laughed softly. "Just documenting the process, Your Honor." Transparency. A quiet gasp moved through the room. She mistook the judge's calm tone for approval. Her confidence grew. "You're recording in my courtroom," Judge Caprio said, not as a question, but a fact. She shrugged. "It's public, and my dad says people have rights." Then she said it. "My father's a police captain." She smiled like the case was already over. Judge Caprio paused. The silence stretched. Then, slowly, he smiled. Not with humor, not with anger, but with intention. "Do you know why courtrooms exist?" he asked. She hesitated. "They exist," he continued, "because respect, order, and fairness matter more than attention, more than ego, and definitely more than social media views." Her smile began to fade. Judge Caprio leaned forward slightly. "Now I'm going to ask you one simple question." The entire room leaned in. "Are you here to face your case?" he asked. "Or are you here to perform?" That question hit harder than any fine ever could. She stumbled over her words. I didn't mean, because right now," the judge said firmly, "you're not acting like the daughter of a police captain. You're acting like someone who thinks rules apply only to other people." A murmur spread through the courtroom. Her face flushed red. She quickly lowered the phone and slid it into her pocket. "I didn't mean any disrespect, Your Honor," she said quietly. "Intent doesn't erase impact," Judge Caprio replied. He turned to the bailiff. "Please explain the court's policy on recording." The bailiff stood straight. "Unauthorized recording is prohibited and may result in contempt of court." Her confidence collapsed. Judge Caprio looked back at her. "Your father enforces the law. I uphold it. And the law doesn't bend for badges or followers." Her eyes dropped to the floor. "But I'm not here to punish you," Judge Caprio said. She looked up, hope flickering. "I'm here to teach you." He asked her to step forward. "How many followers do you have?" he asked. She hesitated. "About 40,000. Judge Caprio nodded. "That's influence. And influence comes with responsibility." He paused. "Imagine someone filming your father at a crime scene for entertainment," he said, "disrespecting his authority for views." Her eyes filled with tears. "Would that be fair?" he asked. She shook her head. "Respect, Judge Caprio said softly, is not about power. It's about character. Then came the moment that truly destroyed her. I'm dismissing your case today. She froze. But, he continued, you will never post that video. And you will write a formal apology to this court and to your father for misusing the authority you thought you had. The room was silent. Because the most embarrassing thing, Judge Caprio finished, is not being corrected by a judge. It's disappointing the people who raised you better. Tears rolled down her face. She nodded. Yes, Your Honor. As she walked away, the phone in her pocket felt heavier than any punishment. Judge Caprio looked across the courtroom and said one final line. Court is not content. It's where character is revealed. Gavel down. And without ever being posted, that lesson went viral.